My name is Bill Nebeker. I'm a member of the Cowboy Artists of America and the Phippen Museum. And it's always a pleasure to be here again. And for the Hold Your Horses show this time in September 2020. So I'll quickly go through my 4 pieces here and give you a little rundown of what each one is. One thing about Western art that always appealed to me was, especially George Phippen, was he always put a little humor in some of his pieces. You have a guy here that's picking a stone out of his horse's hoof, and the horse has reached around and pulled his gloves out. One's on the ground, one's in his mouth, and I called it the horse thief. So a little humor in the piece. People enjoy seeing that. This piece, of course, Arizona Apaches go together, and this Apache warrior, as you can see, he has stolen a U.S. Army horse. It's got the U.S. Army brand and a U.S. Army bit. And he's actually riding an Army saddle, but he took the little coverings off of the stirrups. And he's up on a high point watching his back trail, and it's called Ever Vigilant. This is a fun piece to do. Of course, the West is always goes along with bucking horses. People think of the West, they think of rodeos, bucking horses. This cowboy has got him a horse that is a real handful, and the title is The Sun-Fishing Son of a Gun. And sun-fishing was a term that cowboy used when a horse bucked so hard he threw his belly up to the sun. And the sun, it was called sun-fishing. And so they're very difficult to ride, but this guy's got it taken care of for the time being. This piece I really was fond of this piece. In Arizona, and this country has a lot of rough country in it, and sometimes your cattle get away from you and they become wild. And they're very hard to gather, and you're constantly trying to gather remnants. And so while you're working your gentle cattle, if you come across some of the wild ones, you drop everything and build a loop, because the only way you can get them caught is to rope them in time to a tree. So this cowboy's got all his extra tie ropes and all his extra ropes with him to handle any cattle. Wild Mavericks are cattle that are unbranded. And this is called Chasing Mavericks. That kind of gives you an idea of what my work is, and I want to be sure and invite all of you to come to the Phippen Museum and see a Hold Your Horses exhibition. That's some very wonderful art.